We are family, Lilu.
You have a lot to say about this, don't you? Wow! Lots to say! Lilu, I would say you are fast and furious. Or would I say fast and furious? Buckle up! Let's talk Fast X. For those who don't know your Roman numerals, that would appear to be 10 movies. They've made 10 of these movies about a family racing vehicles and international spy drama. Lilu, I have a confession to make. I have a very dark secret. Very dark, Lilu. For being a movie maniac and just an all-around film nerd, the Fast and the Furious franchise is something I know very little about. That's right, I'm a tad behind on my Fast and the Furious movies. And by tad, I mean I've only seen the first film and the spin-off, Hobbs and Shaw. Gasp! That's right, Lilu, let's keep the secret between just you and me. Because no one else watches this. You know, there really isn't a huge reason why I've missed the bandwagon on these films, as I'm not a pretentious movie reviewer or anything. You know that thinks simple action movies like these are beneath them. Because, let's face it, I might have seen Face Off like 1,000 times. Face Off. With the release of Fast X and the buzz around it, I felt it would be interesting to jump in and see what I have been missing. The last time I saw this family, they were heisting TV VCRs and street racing. Apparently now they are some kind of Mission Impossible secret agent crew. I'm sure the transition where they began and where they are now has been very nuanced with lots of character development. That we can assume. I mean, Lilu, streetcar racer to spy seems like a natural progression. Don't give me that look, Lilu! Don't give me that look! I did do a little homework just to catch up on the story and see that every other character has been pretty much resurrected from death in the franchise, so I knew the kind of soap opera melodrama I was in store for. With Fast X, this franchise proves that there is still gas left in the tank. The film is just an over-the-top flick made for buttery popcorn and mindless entertainment. There's a melodramatic plot somewhere in between the action sequences, but you hardly ever have to pay attention, as the main attraction is the over-the-top action and the star-studded cast. I was worried that I would just turn off my brain and find very little enjoyment from this film, but I was actually wrong. That's right, Lilu! I was wrong! And surprised to find myself having a lot of fun watching each action set piece. I felt like I had the attention span of a poodle. Sorry, Lilu. Okay, a squirrel? Squirrel maybe? Is that better? Okay. Felt like I had attention span of a squirrel, as I never had to wait too long until something shiny and action-packed was dangled in front of my face. Sometimes I can zone out a bit with action sequences if they are just, too run-of-the-mill, but I thought these ones were well done enough creatively to keep my interest. I actually give a lot of the credit to my enjoyment of this film to the performance of Jason Momoa, who is having an absolute blast in the villain role. He is having so much fun, and I was right there with him, enjoying his flamboyant character. He has so much unhinged charisma and chaotic energy, which makes it so enjoyable to watch him. Lilu, on the other hand, prefers her villains more serious and restrained. Yeah, she can go along with a car using a helicopter for a slingshot, but she doesn't think it is realistic for a villain to wear nail polish? Oh, Lilu, open your mind! Open your mind, Lilu! We like over-the-top villains in our movie, Lilu. His performance reminded me of a character in an action film I saw last year called The Legend of Malu Jat, who made it so much fun being the villain, I almost wanted to root for him instead of the good guys. The family.
Familia.
We're family.
You guys are a family.
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 It's family.
Family. Family.
Family.
Family.
Family.
Oh, family.
There's always room for family.
In this film has grown so big that there are countless side characters, and it really borders on insanity. They try to give each one a moment, but it isn't easy to balance and juggle so many characters in one film. But it is fun seeing all of these famous actors in one place. Pretty much a who's who of modern action stars. I would love it if they found a way to pay tribute to the OG action stars by bringing in, oldies like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Stallone, maybe for future Fast and the Furious movies. As for the dialogue in the film, I can say that it is there, and the actors do speak it, but I'm willing to bet AI technology could do just about as good writing this film. I found Vin Diesel's character's dialogue to be the most unbearable in particular, as he is basically a walking Hallmark card reciting inspirational tidbits of wisdom. And about family. Always about family, That's my Vin Diesel. It's really bad. Sorry, Lilu. I apologize to the poodle in the car. Also, should Dominic be allowed to have custody of his child? For someone who wants to protect his family, he sure seems to thrust his child into very dangerous situations. I'm sure glad he has such confidence that his 5-year-old kid can leap from one moving vehicle to another at 120 miles per hour while also smashing the other car the kid is in with the flaming helicopter. Now that is parenting. The kid really doesn't seem too fazed by any of it though, so who's to say? Who's to say, Lilu? As I said, this film isn't the smartest kid in school, but you don't really come to this movie for common sense or to observe the laws of physics. No, you come here to watch a film loaded with an all-star cast and action scenes that will entertain and make you laugh with the melodramatic ridiculousness of it all. Lilu's sure getting tuckered out by all the action she saw. Aren't you, Lilu? You get all tired, Lilu Bear. My expectations for this movie coming in were not too high, but this actually did exceed them because this film delivered a better ride than I would have guessed. I am surprised to give this movie a green light. That's right. I am giving this movie a green light of approval. Honestly, I was on the fence if this film should get a green or a yellow light, but I think this film delivers on its promise and will satisfy fans of the franchise and those looking for a mindless, ridiculous time at the movies. Sometimes you just need that ridiculous blockbuster film that isn't technically good, but is just there to entertain. The end credits also give you something to look forward to, and now I gotta finish this thing. I might not have started it, but I'm gonna finish it. As one of the characters says in the movie, if you are looking in the rearview mirror, you will miss out on the journey. Right, Lilu? But that also means that you aren't actually looking at the road. Holy sh! Work! Lilu, our viewers are sophisticated, and they expect sophisticated and in-depth film analysis. That's all they're here for. Okay, they're here for you. That's right, you're the star. They're here for you. Is that what you wanted to hear? Oh.